This is STEM TV with Quanisha Bridgman, Judith Diaz, and Sports with Jordan Camper.
Welcome to school. Today is Thursday, the B-Day.
Good morning, STEM Academy. This is Principal Jonas Crenshaw welcoming you to the new STEM TV. STEM TV is a student-created and student-led newscast that is planned, recorded, and produced by the students in our communications technology class. After a great deal of preparation, our students are now ready to take responsibility of investigating and reporting the news that matters most to you, our STEM students and parent community. Our school's programming is growing and expanding, and we're excited that you're a part of this great transformation. Again, welcome to STEM TV. Welcome to excellence.
The junior class will be visiting the University of Maryland College Park on Thursday, March 30th, 2017. Thanks to our counseling team and teachers for expanding the opportunities for our students.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maya Tall, and I'm the senior class president here at STEM Academy.
Hi, and I'm Shalea Seth, and I'm a senior here at STEM Academy.
This morning, we have some important senior announcements.
So we have our final two for Mr. and Mrs. STEM, which is Amani Chambers and Brian Rogers, and Imaje Grant and Brahim Bishop. And we have our winners for our senior superlatives. For Best Smile, we have Brahim Bishop and Jordan Clark. For Class Clown, we have Tahir Fitzhugh and Jordan Clark. Most Likely to Succeed, we have Brian Rogers and Kayla Burton. Most Athletic, we have Brahim Bishop and Clayshana Cogman. For Best Dressed, we have Tahir Fitzhugh, Donisha Johnson. For Best Friends, Kadrea Taylor and Kanae Walker. Most School Spirit, Jordan Camper, Kadrea Taylor. Best Personality, Jordan Camper, Yasmin Berry. And Most Intelligent, we have Brian Rogers and Octavia Reed. Now, on March 29th, we have a 76ers game, which they are playing against the Atlanta Falcons at 7 p.m., and that is included in the Student Senior Plus package. Then, on March 31st, we have a Chester High and STEM skating trip at 10:30 a.m. That's also included with the Senior STEM Plus package, and it's $15 for the basic package.
We also have our senior ad prices. It's $75 for a half page and $50 for a quarter page. Make sure that all of your orders are into Miss Kennedy by the 31st of March, and it is first come, first serve. And remember, if you have not sent any pictures yet to the yearbook to Miss Kennedy, send it to stembookchest@gmail.com. I'll repeat, stembookchest@gmail.com.
Hello. We at the Chester Upland School District are constantly looking for venues where we can showcase our students' talents. We had such an event a week or so ago, and that was the second annual Frederick Douglass Oratorical Contest. In that contest, we had children ranging from pre-K classes, believe it or not, all the way to 12th grade. They were required to take an excerpt from one of Frederick Douglass's speeches and memorize it and present it before a panel of 3 judges. They were wonderful. Our top winner from the high school division, Karan Grasty.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was a new experience for me. That was my first oratorical. It was really fun, organized, everything was put together. I thought it was a great new experience for everyone, for the school, to show the school in a new light and to showcase our talent. It was a great experience.
Karan Grasty has been selected by the local chapter of the NAACP to represent Chester at the National Convention for the NAACP this summer in Baltimore. There he will compete with other students in the AXO competition, and I'm sure he will do very, very well. Oh, Karan, bring back the gold for Chester.
Hi, this is Miss Ames. The astronomy class went on a field trip to the Westchester University Planetarium, where we got to see a customized show about stars and constellations and planets.
I'm Karen Schwartz. We talked about constellations and the origins of the constellations in Greek mythology,
as well as getting to do a hands-on activity using a mock radar system to figure out the surface of Venus, because Venus's atmosphere is too thick, so they had to do it without actually being able to see the surface, figure out what the surface elevations were like. The kids seemed to really enjoy it. They loved the planetarium show. They thought it was really cool that you could see all around you in the sky and not just like watching on a video screen.
All done by computer. This projector right here is project what's on my computer screen up onto the dome, and there's 2 of them, so that one does the back of the dome, the other one does the front of the dome. That gives us a nice clear picture.
They also got to learn about the zodiac signs that we are aware of aren't actually the ones that you think you are. So I think a lot of students were a little disappointed finding out their new zodiac sign. but it is interesting to learn how space is always changing, just like everything else in science.
Hey seniors, this is Miss Kennedy, your senior advisor for this year. Just a couple quick announcements. Your prom theme this year will be a night of royalty, and your motto will be Kings and Queens of 2017.
Good morning, STEM Academy. This is Judith Diaz, here to talk to you about the European College Tour for next year. Students have the opportunity to go on a 10-day-long European experience. We've planned for the junior and senior class to visit places like Dublin, London, Paris, and St. Patrick's Cathedral. There are several requirements that you have to go on this trip. You need an accumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher, a teacher recommendation, you can't have more than 2 office referrals, and it can be used as a senior project. If you're interested in early enrollment, you have until February 28th at midnight to register. For more information, you can go to Mr. Neal or Miss Kennedy.
Oh, hey, I'm Mr. Neal, and welcome to the Counselor's Corner. So here we are in the middle of the 2016-2017 school year, and there's some very important things that at this point, especially seniors, should be considering. Number one, scholarships. We can't stress that enough. You need to be searching for money to pay for school. At this point, many seniors have already applied to a numerous amount of schools. So we want to say to those seniors, please make sure that you're checking your emails and that you are still on the search for money. And also, we want to speak to our whole school body that at this point in the school year, it's so important to stay on top of your grades. Grades affect GPA, which equals scholarship dollars. See you next time.
What, the school uniform?
Yes. It's
I mean, yeah, it's school uniform. I got mine, go get yours. You can see Ms. Johnson for a catalog in the front office.
This is your STEM Fitness Challenge of the Week. Today's Fitness Challenge of the Week, we'll be learning how to do a right hand layup and a left hand layup. We're gonna do 10 from the right side, 10 from the left side within 30 seconds. Come check me out. It's important when you're doing your layups that you hit the square box. Hit the square box on your layup, the ball will go in. Switch it to the left. Left hand side. Now how many can you do?
And here's the career of the week.
This week's career of the week is in industrial engineering. Industrial engineers are trained to develop processes, conduct time and motion studies, and solve ergonomic issues, just to name a few. Industrial engineers work in many different fields, including education, manufacturing, legal, medical, defense, and finance. The starting salary for an industrial engineer is between the ranges of $55,000 and $65,000. Prior to education, I worked in defense and automotive. And this has been your career of the week.
And here's Miss Kennedy's for the lab of the week.
This is Miss Kennedy with your lab of the week. Today I'm going to show you a simple chemical reaction between polyvinyl alcohol and sodium borate. Basically today we're going to be making slime. When you have a chemical reaction, you take 2 different substances and create a whole different substance. So when you add the sodium borate to the PVA and you stir, it goes from a kind of regular liquid and starts to thicken, so that when you pull it up, it starts creating a slime. Now, it looks like it would be a solid, but the difference between slime and a solid is that a solid does not take the shape of the container, whereas this slime will mold to whatever container that you put it in.
Hi, I'm Miss Thompson, and I'm going to be telling you the math lesson of the week. One of the things we're learning in pre-calculus is how to graph polynomial functions without a calculator. And one of the steps to that is to look at the end behaviors of the graph. So once your graph is in standard form, you're going to look at the leading term. And if the leading term has a positive coefficient and an even exponent, your graph is going to start up and end up. If your leading term has a negative coefficient and still an even exponent, your graph is going to start down and end down. If your leading term has a positive coefficient but an odd exponent, your graph is going to start down and end up. And if your leading term is a negative coefficient but an odd exponent still, your graph is going to start up and end down. For example, if I gave you the polynomial function 3x to the 4th power plus 2x squared plus 1, To graph this, you would only look at the leading term, which is the 3x to the 4th power. That has a positive coefficient and an even exponent, so that graph is going to start up and end up. And that is how you graph polynomial functions without using a calculator.
And here's the College of the Week with Miss Arnold.
I'm Miss Arnold, and this is the College for the Week. I have a question for you. Did you see the movie The Great Debaters? What do that film, Thurgood Marshall, Langston Hughes, Cab Calloway, Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana in West Africa, and Gil Scott-Heron all have in common? They all can trace their roots to Lincoln University. Why is that important? Because it suggests that if you want a life of eminence, you might consider Lincoln for your undergraduate degree. The university was founded in 1854 with the name Ashmun Institute. It was renamed Lincoln University in 1866 in honor of President Abraham Lincoln. Although the university has 2 satellites, one in Philadelphia and one in Coatesville, its main campus is near Oxford, Pennsylvania, where they service 1,600 students. In addition to offering 38 undergraduate majors and 23 undergraduate minors, the school offers students the opportunity to study in Ecuador, Argentina, Spain, Ireland, Costa Rica, Japan, France, Cambodia, Zambia, Liberia, Ghana, Kenya, Russia, Australia, Thailand, Mexico, the Czech Republic, and South Africa. Can you tell I'm a strong advocate for studying abroad? After hearing this, I'm guessing that you have a question for me, which is, how much does it cost? About $23,000 for your freshman year, which includes $2,000 for books. Now, do you want to know how far away it is? About 45 minutes from Chester. And we have a few students from STEM already enrolled there. So, if what you have heard sounds like a fit for you, and that, by the way, is the most important consideration in choosing a college, go online, make a call, and take a ride to Lincoln University.
We thank you for joining STEM TV. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope to see you tomorrow.